course, and I'm actually living at Kapong, Kuala Lumpur area.
Okay. Yes. Air pollution always happen in this area. Why?
I think in Kuala Lumpur, air pollution do happen really frequent. I think the main reason is due to the vehicle. As we know, there are many gases that were produced by the vehicle, such as carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, or chlorofluorocarbon as well. So these gases are actually quite harmful to our world, and also it causes air pollution. So as the amount of vehicle increases in KL really rapid, so the situation actually gets worse as time goes on.
Okay. You are a student, right?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think? Who should be responsible for this disaster?
I think, in my opinion, everyone should be responsible for the disaster, because the world is actually owned by everyone, and the earth is our home, and everyone has the responsibility to protect our world by actually reducing the air pollution. We can actually reduce this by taking public transport, taking vehicle by ourselves alone. So I think that helps a lot.
Okay. So thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I have asthma, so definitely it will. I have asthma condition, so it is. But my housemates, they don't have asthma, but they're all wearing masks today because it's really bad at the moment.
Okay, hi, my name is Vendy, and this is my friend Juinie. Before we start our interview, can you tell us your name and what courses that you take in UMT?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Nisa Harsri Nuriraihani, and I take bachelor's degree in chemical sciences from University Malaysia Terengganu.
Okay, the first question for our interview today is, which plants can be used to reduce indoor air pollutants, and what is the reason?
Okay, there are two types of plants that we can use to reduce indoor air pollution. The first one is bamboo plants, and this plant is popular to reduce air pollution, especially in the kitchen, where it can reduce substances like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and benzene. The second one is spider plant, and this plant can reduce substances like xylene and formaldehyde.
Okay.
Okay, the next question is, what is the environmental impact of fuel consumption in air pollution?
There are two impacts. The first impact is the emission of dangerous gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrogen, and carbon monoxide. These gases will cause greenhouse effect, which this greenhouse effect will cause rising in temperature due to the sun energy being trapped in the atmosphere by these gases. The second one is implications for land and water resources. This is because the transportation of oil raises the risk of spills in the oceans that will also harm the marine species.
Indoor air pollution in your home or office can cause health issues like dizziness, asthma, or allergies. The most common solution is to install ventilation systems. But researchers may have found a cheaper, simpler option to remove indoor air pollutants: houseplants. Vadud Neri, the leader of the study, explains that buildings can have high levels of so-called volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, like acetone, benzene, and formaldehyde, that are emitted as gases. They can come from paints, furniture, printers, cleaning supplies, and even dry cleaned clothes. Presenting his work at the 252nd National Meeting of the American Chemical Society, Neary says that surrounding oneself with certain houseplants could combat the potentially harmful effects of VOCs. Neary and his team at the State University of New York at Oswego compared the efficiency and rate of VOC removal of various plants. They built a sealed chamber and monitored the concentrations of 8 common VOCs over several hours, with and without 5 types of houseplants. Certain plants were better than others at absorbing specific compounds. For example, all 5 plants were able to absorb acetone, the pungent chemical in nail polish remover, but the Dracaena plant took up the most, around 94% of the chemical. The most effective VOC scrubbing plant was the bromeliad. For 6 out of the 8 VOCs studied, it removed more than 80% of the pollutants over a 12-hour period. Neary says the next step in the research is to test these plants' abilities in real-world settings. He eventually wants to put plants in a nail salon over the course of several months to see whether they can reduce the amount of acetone workers are exposed to. For more on the latest chemistry headlines, subscribe to the ACS YouTube channel.
Asking your questions. So the first question is, when we talk about the emerging pollution, so what are the most dangerous one that we should monitor in the future?
You mean in the future?
Yeah.
There are a lot of air pollutions, a lot of reactive gases in the atmosphere. So not just gases, we have also particulate matters which also considered as a hazardous. So as Department of Environment Malaysia, we have 6 criteria of air pollutants that should be monitored monthly, yearly, in fact daily and hourly, such as CO, SO2, NO2,
yes,
carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, ozone, and particulate matters.
Air pollution consists of chemicals or particles in the atmosphere that pose serious health and environmental threats. But what causes air pollution, and what does it mean for our planet? Some air pollution comes from natural sources like volcanic eruptions, wildfires, or allergens. But most air pollution results from human activities, such as energy use and agriculture. There are different types of human-made air pollution. When we burn fossil fuels to produce energy, they release greenhouse gases into the air. These emissions, such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and fluorinated gases, trap heat from the sun in Earth's atmosphere, leading to a rise in global temperatures. This creates a cycle where air pollution contributes to climate change, and climate change creates higher temperatures. In turn, higher temperatures intensify some types of air pollution. For example, climate change increases smog because it forms in the presence of high heat and increased levels of ultraviolet radiation. More frequent extreme weather, such as flooding, contributes to damp conditions and therefore to a rise in mold. Warmer weather also leads to longer pollen seasons and therefore more pollen production. Smog is a type of air pollution that reduces visibility and has serious health effects. Smog can be divided into 2 categories: sulfurous and photochemical. Sulfurous smog is made up of chemical compounds called sulfur oxides. It occurs when burning sulfur-bearing fossil fuels such as coal. Photochemical smog, also called ground-level ozone, is a result of the reaction between sunlight, nitrogen oxides, and volatile organic compounds. Nitrogen oxides come from car exhaust, coal power plants, and factory emissions. Volatile organic compounds are released from gasoline, paints, and many cleaning solvents. Smog not only creates a brown haze that reduces visibility, but also harms plants, irritates the eyes, and causes respiratory distress. Another category of air pollution is toxic pollutants. These are chemicals such as mercury, lead, dioxins, and benzene that are released during gas or coal combustion, waste incineration, or burning of gasoline. In addition to adverse environmental effects, toxic air pollution can cause serious health problems such as cancer, reproductive complications, and birth defects. While air pollution has many consequences for our planet, there are solutions. We can limit toxic pollutants, smog, and greenhouse gases by decreasing the use of fossil fuels, such as in transportation, manufacturing, and electricity generation. Reducing air pollution not only contributes to a cleaner environment and better human health, but can also slow the rate of global warming.